नमो पंकज मालिने नमो पंकज नेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। शील प्रभुपाद की श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी भगवान की ललिता सखी विशाखा माता की गिरिराज गोवर्धन महाराज की सीता लक्ष्मण हनुमान की गौरांग निताय महाप्रभु की श्रीमद् भागवतम क्लास के संवेद भाग्यवन भक्त वृंद की हरि हरि बोल। It is said in Bhagavad Gita, in the 7th chapter, shlok number 3rd, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatate siddhaye yatatam appi siddhanam kaschid mam veti tattvata. Manushyanam sahasreshu. Out of thousands and thousands of human beings, Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yatate siddhaye. Very few try for the perfection of the human life. And what is the perfection of the human life? Ante Narayana Smriti. To revive the love which is there in everyone's heart. So kaschit yatate siddhaye. That is the siddhi, the param siddhi of the jivatma. Very few people try in the human beings. First of all, the samaj what we are seeing is not even human beings. When the devatas see the samaj, human being samaj, especially in Kali Yuga, what they see, they see that these are not humans. They are two-legged, without a tail, without teeth, animals. ये जनावर लोग हैं. कौन है इन लोग? बिना पूंछ और सिंग के जनावर. So when they see, out of many people, very few who are living the life of Satogun, they are termed as human beings. And out of that few human beings, there are few people who try for kaschid yatate siddhaye, yatatam api siddhanam, and who are trying for the perfection. Among them, yatatam api siddhanam, kaschid mam veti tattvata. Very few can understand Vasudev, very few can understand Krishna, very few can understand the relationship with the Lord, very few can understand who we are, why we have came over here and where we have to go. And among that very few, you are the fortunate one. You are all very fortunate one that you fall in that category. So you should not think yourself to be ordinaries. After millions of lifetime, when you have done this Sukriti, you are sitting here to discuss Bhagavatam. It is said that when all the yajnas, tapa, dan, phal comes, then one gives the time to understand Bhagavatam. So you are very, very fortunate that you fall in that category of special people who are going to go back to the spiritual world. So discussing Bhagavatam, It's the essence. Bhagavatam is called as, and it is non-different. Like, if somebody considers Tulsi as an ordinary person, Lord incarnates in different forms. In Sheela form, it incarnates in the form of Shaligram and Govardhan Maharaj. In the form of stone, right? In the form of tree, it incarnates in the form of Tulasi. In the form of animals, the Lord has taken many forms. Vara form, Haigriva form, Narsinga form. Many forms Lord has taken. In all species, Lord has taken birth. Tortoise. But when the Lord incarnates in the form of a book, it takes the shape of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam is Brahma Sahitam. What is it? It's not different than Krishna. So when you have discussed Bhagavad Gita, the basic, it is said what is Bhagavad Gita and what is Bhagavatam. Bhagavad Gita is hard law book. What is it? And Bhagavatam is law journal. Bhagavad Gita consists of 700 verses. And Bhagavatam is the case history of all the peoples who have lived their life on the basis of Bhagavad Gita, and their case history is written. And this is called as law journal, which is 18,000 verses. It's the sar of all the 18 Vedas, all the 18 Puranas, all the 4 Atharvaveda, Samveda, Yajurveda, when Vyasadeva was writing, had written everything. He had written everything. All the Vedas, all the Upanishads, all the Purana. But then also, after writing everything, he himself was not satisfied. Then what to speak about the small brain people like us? How can we be satisfied? He had all the siddhis. There is Ashta Siddhi. Chota se chota ho jana, bade se bada ho jana, बाद में मर्क्यूरी में से सोना बना देना, स्वर्ग बना देना, प्राप्ति सिद्धि, all that siddhi he had. It was very easy for him. But then also Vyasadeva himself was not. Then what to speak about you? हमको कुछ सिद्धि मिल जाएगा तो हमको कहाँ से, we will be happy. We will not also be happy. And that time Narad ji comes. This is the same chapter, the same. No, this is the second chapter will go. It will come in the further chapters. Narad ji comes. Narad ji is Guru of Vyasadeva. And then he tells that you have written everything. You have. But the problem is that people, you have not given the essence. What you have not given? Essence. And you have encouraged the material people on the basis of Shastra to do sense enjoyment. What they will do? They will take the sense enjoyment part and the regulation part they will not follow. What? Regulation part? Like, there is, 18 Puranas are there, 6 in Tamogun, 6 in Rajagun and 6 in Sattvagun. Regulations. Every Purana. how to control, how to means live a proper life, guidance, everything is given. For a Tamasi Purana, like there is Bali. There is one vidhi of doing Bali. That on the Amavasya day, the person who has to do Bali, he has to go and himself find that thing. And then he has to go and then he has to say a Masa mantra, that he has to promise that Jivatma 15 days में promise करना चाहिए कि next life I will be cutting. You cut me, I will cutting this life, but next life you can give that promise and then cut, and then you have to distribute 80% to everybody and 20% रखने का. So there are many rules. What? Why? If a person is drinking 50 cigarettes, आज मेरे पास आएगा, मैं उसको बोलूंगा छोड़ दे, तो क्या छोड़ देगा क्या वो? तो मेरे को उसको अलग तरीके से बोलना, 50 कर रहा है ना, 25 पी, क्या बोलेगा? पहले क्या बोलेंगे हम? 20 पे आ जा, कम कर, क्या बोलेंगे हम लोग? थोड़ा कम कर. तो दूसरा आदमी उसको अगर गलती से लेना है, इन द रॉन्ग वे, हाउ द पीपल टेक इन रॉन्ग वे. अरे रूप विलास प्रभु ने तो बोला मैं तो 1 सिगरेट पीता हूं, प्रभु जी ने तो 25 सिगरेट के छूट दिया, मैं तो खाली एक ही पीता हूं. दिस इज हाउ, एंड दैट इज व्हाट नारद जी इज सेइंग टू, दैट पीपल विल टेक योर इंस्ट्रक्शन इन अ wrong way and they will involve themselves into more, and you have not given the sar. What you have not given? Sar. Of what? Like this Ayodhya matter. In the court, Ayodhya judgment, how many years after that judgment came? And if you study, it is 1200 pages judgment. How much? 1200 page. But what matters in that 1200 pages? The last paragraph or the last page of the judgment. Imagine you don't read the last page. What? But you read all pages. What will happen? Confusion. क्या हो जाएगा? You will be in total confused state. अभी क्या करने का इसमें से? But what matters is the last order. What? Similarly, here Vyasadev is telling to Narad is telling to Vyasadev, you have written, give the sar, give the judgment. What? And 18,000 verses Bhagavatam is the judgment of all the Vedas. So if you read all the Purana, Shiv Purana, Brihad Narad Purana, all these Puranas, but you don't read, what you will be? In total? Because each Purana glorifies that Devata. What? But what is the Sar? The last page of all the Puranas. And the today's verse, what we are taking, is the Sar of all Sar. So let's repeat this today's verse. Vasudeva para Veda. Please. Vasudeva Paramakha. Vasudeva Parayoga. Vasudeva Parakriya. Vasudeva Param Jnanam. Vasudeva param tapa. Vasudevo paro dharma. Vasudeva paragati. Again, somebody, two people from here and one, two Matajis from here. Please, we'll repeat. It's wonderful shloka. Bolo.
Vasudeva paraveda.
Everybody.
Vasudeva paramaka.
Vasudeva paramaka.
Vasudeva parayoga.
Vasudeva parayoga.
Vasudeva parakriya.
Vasudeva parakriya.
Vasudeva param gnanam.
Vasudeva param jnanam.
Vasudeva param tapa.
Vasudeva param tapa.
Vasudeva paro dharmo.
Vasudeva paro dharmo.
Vasudeva paragati.
Vasudeva paragati. Somebody else?
Vasudeva paraveda.
Vasudeva paraveda.
Vasudeva paramaka.
Vasudeva paramaka.
Vasudeva parayoga.
Vasudeva parayoga.
Vasudeva parakriya.
Vasudeva parakriya.
Vasudeva param jnanam.
Vasudeva param jnanam.
Vasudeva param tapa.
Vasudeva param tapa.
Vasudeva paro dharmo.
Vasudeva paro dharmo.
Vasudeva paragatiya.
Vasudeva paragati. Matajis, some Matajis.
Vasudeva paraveda.
Vasudeva paraveda.
Vasudeva paramaka.
Vasudeva paramaka.
Vasudeva parayoga.
Vasudeva parayoga.
Vasudeva parakriya.
Vasudeva parakriya.
Vasudeva param jnanam.
Vasudeva param jnanam.
Vasudeva param tapa.
Vasudeva param tapa.
Vasudeva paro dharmo.
Vasudeva paro dharmo.
Vasudeva paragatiya.
Vasudeva paragriya. See, there were 6 questions that were asked by the 88,000 rishis. And one of the question, what is the sar? One of the questions was, what is the of all the Vedas? And this is the answer. The sar of yoga, the sar of Veda, the sar of the yajnas, the sar of all the kriyas, the sar of all the gyan, the sar of all the tapa, the sar of all the dharma is Vasudeva. That's why Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, in the 7th chapter, Vasudevam sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. That everything is Vasudev. To know that, such a Mahatma is very durlabha. He sees only Vasudev everywhere. He sees in the heart that the Jivatma is suffering in this material world because of his desire to enjoy separately of Krishna. He sees that how, whenever he sees Raso aham apsu kaunteya prabha asmi shasi suryoho pranava sarva vedeshu shabdah ke paurusham nishu punyo gandha prithivyaam cha tejaschasmi vibhavaso जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनं बुद्धि बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजः तेजस्विनामहं बलं बलवतां चाहं कामराग विवर्जितं धर्म विरुद्ध भूतेषु कामोस अस्मि भरत ऋषभ. When Lord says, by matta partaram nanya kinchid asti dhananjay mai sarvam idam protam sutre mani ganaiva. That, like this necklace is there, pearl in the necklace is there because the thread is going. If the thread is taken out, the entire necklace is. Similarly, I am the taste in the water. What is it? Raso aham apsu kaunteya. Prabha asmi shashi suryo. I am the light. So whenever he sees light, he sees Vasudev. Whenever he drinks water, he understands, hey Vasudev, it's your taste. Rasoam apsu kaunteya, prabha asmi shashi suryo, pranava sarva vedeshu. Whenever he reads Om, all the Oms, Lord says, Om, I am Om. Pranava, that is Om. Sarva vedeshu, I am that. So anywhere he reads Om, hey Krishna, it's you. Hey Vasudev, it's you. Pranava sarva vedeshu, shabda khe. Paurusham nishu. The sound in the sky, it's you, Akashvani. And the strength in all the Jivatmas, Purusha Nipu, that is you. So that is the way that person sees. Rasoam apsu kaunteya prabha asmi shashi suryo pranava sarva vedeshu shabdah ke paurusham punyo gandha prithibhyam. All the taste which is coming in all the, whether you take Karela or whether you take sugar cane or whether you take any vegetable, the taste that is coming is from Dharti Mata. And that taste is Vasudev. It is Lord who is putting the taste inside. So he sees, yes Vasudev, it's because of you that the taste is coming. Punyo gandha prithivamcha tejas chasmi vibhavs. The fire, the burning power is me, is Vasudev. Tejas chasmi vibhav jivanam sarva bhuteshu. The power of, the jivan that is there, the life that is there in all the jivatma is because of you. Jivanam sarva bhuteshu tapaschasmi tapasvishu. The tapa is there. When he sees tapas, he understands it is Vasudev. What? Tapaschasmi tapas. Bijam mam sarva bhutana. I am the seed giving father. Any seed he sees. What? Any seed that he sees, what? Any seed. He understands the seed giving father is Krishna, is Vasudeva. So that is what this shloka sar we are understanding. Bijam mam sarva bhutanam vidhi partha buddhi buddhimatam. If anybody is intelligent, he understands it is Krishna who has given the intelligence to him. And that's why he is intelligent. So this shlok is the sar of all the Vedeshta sarver ahameva vedyo Vedant krita veda videva chaham. What? Sarvasya chaham hridhi sanna vishto mattah smritirjnana pohanam cha. Sarvasya chaham hridhi sanna vishto. I am inside everyone's heart in the form of Paramatma. And from me, the remembrance and the forgetfulness comes. If you can remember, it is because of me. And if you are able to forget about your past life, it is because of me. I am doing that mercy that you do not remember all the wrongs that you have done. Otherwise, our life will be horrible. It will become a horror life. If we are able to remember all past things, हम लोग आधा पागल हो जाएंगे. Identity crisis हो जाएगी. क्या हो जाएगी? In this life also. So it is Lord's mercy that He is able to forget us. And it's Lord's mercy if we are able to remember. So He sees in Vasudeva inside Him. Then Arjuna asked, in the 10th chapter, Keshu Keshu Chu Bhaveshu Chintayosmi Bhagavanmai. In which way, which form I can remember you and I can see you. In the 10th chapter, when Lord says, Aham Adirhi Devanam, Maharshinam Cha Sarvacha, I am the Adi of all the Devatas and the Rishi. I am the source of all the Devatas and Rishis. When Lord was telling that, Maharishiyasya Saptapurve Chatvaro Manvastatha Yat Bhavam Manasa Jata Tesham Imam Praja. And then Madachitta, Madagatta, Prana, Bodhaya. Lord said all the shlokas. Then Arjuna said Param Dhama, Param Bhavan, Param Dhama, Param Arjuna Vacha, Parabrahma, Paramadhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavam, Purusham Shashvatam Divyam, Adidevam Aha Rishi, Ahustva Rishaye Sarve, Deva Rishi Narada Tata, Asito Devalo Vyaso, Tatheva Bravishame, Bhaktur Ahasheshena, Divyahi Atma Vibhutaye, Ya Vibhuti Bhirlokan, Mimam Stvam Vyapya Tishtadi, Katham Vidyaham, Yoginam Stada Parichintaya, Keshu Keshu Cha Bhaveshu, Chintayosmi Bhagavan. How, in which form I should remember you? Keshu Keshu Cha Bhaveshu. Then Lord says, Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva Bhuta Shayastita Aham Adishcha Madhyam Cha Bhutanam Anta Eva Cha. I am the beginning, I am the end, and I am the middle of everything. Aham Atma Gudakesha. I am the Atma in everything. Aham Atma Gudakesh Sarva Bhuta Shayastita. I am situated in everything. Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarva Bhuta Shayastita Aham Adishcha Madhyam Cha Bhutanamante Aditya Nam Aham Vishnu Jyotisham Ravi Anshuma. I am in Aditya, I am Vishnu. And in Jyotisham, I am Ravi. I am the sun. Jyotisham Ravi Anshumam Aditya Nam Aham Vishnu Jyotisham Ravi Anshunam Maruchu Martasmi Nakshatranam Aham Shashi. So all the details is given. Rudranam Shankaraschasmi, Vitteshu Yaksha Rakshasam, Pavana Pavana Tasmi, Rama Shastra Bitamham. He gives all the detail in how one should see Vasudeva, one should see Krishna in everything. And when all the detail is given, and Lord says, why you want to know all these things? Ek anshena stito jagata, by my one part. What he says? Everything is, I am situated everywhere. What is the opulence? What is the, that comes from just one part, one fraction? What? And then Arjuna was bewildered. And then he told me, now I want to see what? Then he says, with this eyes you will not be able to. I'll give you divine eyes. And then through divine eyes, he was able to see. If thousands of suns comes together, then also that brightness cannot be compared to what Arjuna was seeing. That everywhere, the Vasudeva is there with hands, legs and everything is there. All the 33 crores Devatas, all the Jivatmas were in reading Vasudeva Veda. What is known from the Veda? What has to be known from the Veda? Atharvaveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, Rigaveda. Then there are in Vedas also there are different Aranyas. Then Upanishads are there. Ultimately, what it is describing? It is describing three parts of the Vedas. One is Nirakara Brahma. What? Then Paramatma Paksha and then Bhagavan Paksha. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavan iti Shabdati. That is what the Vedas are describing. And as I told you, if you read the 1200 pages, but you don't read you will be totally confused what happened in the Ayodhya matter. So you read everything, but you don't read. So you will never come to the conclusion what is the purpose of Vedas. And that is what the 88,000 rishis who are doing yajna. What for the yajna? Because they were paradukhi dukhi jivatmas. They knew that Kali Yuga is coming. They knew that the people are going to suffer. In Kali Yuga, people are going to very badly suffer. Prayena alpayushya sabhya kalavasim yuge jana manda sumanda matayo manda bhagya I upadrita. People are going to be very unfortunate. For them, how to do something good, because that is what is the heart of a devotee. So this 88,000 rishis wanted to do something good, welfare for the future jivatmas like you and therefore they started yajna. 1,000 years the yajna was going on. Then also they are not satisfied. Swaha, Swaha, Swaha. And then Shuddha Goswami arrived and they were so happy that now you will be giving us the Katharas. What? Because now this धुआं का रस ले लेके पूरा पागल हो गए हम लोग. But now the Katharas will go and a heart will get drenched. And then they were asking, what is the Shreya? What the first question there? What is the Shreya for the Jivatmas? Please explain in the Sar, the 6 questions that they were asking. What is Shreya? And so many Puranas, so many details give us some Sar. What? And that is Shloka. The answer to that Shloka, Shukadeva 28-29, he is giving. Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramakha, Vasudeva Parayoga, Vasudeva Parakriya, Vasudeva Param Jnanam, Vasudeva Param Tapa, Vasudeva Parodharmo, Vasudeva Paragati. For Jivatma, unless and until he doesn't realize his relationship with Lord Vasudeva, his life is imperfect. It's not complete. It's not complete. Yat karoshe yadashnashe yajjuhoshe dadashiyat yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam shubha shubha falerevam मोक्षयसे कर्म बंधने संन्यास योग युक्तात्मा विमुक्तो माम उपेष्यसि. From your karma bandhana, we all are in a very difficult web. एक ऐसे जंजाल में फंसे, एक निकालो तो दूसरा फंस जाता है. Very difficult. So that art of akarma, how to keep Krishna in all the centers. And this Bhagavatam teaches us in all situations how we can keep Krishna in the center. Through the lives. Whether you take Sudama's life, no money. He had no money, literally beggar. Only Daridra Yoga. What is there? Complete Daridra Yoga. Even he goes to get, he doesn't get. Then also he is satisfied. quiet, shant. 7 days he is not getting food. Children are starving. And the wife is telling, please, we should have something. The chhata, there is no, holes are there. In that position also he is, and he has an attitude of giving. Krishna ne rakha hai, whatever he wants, I will be happy. What? I am happy. Whatever Krishna. Wife says, no, please go. For children's sake, go. What? तो okay, but अपने को खाली हाथ नहीं जाना चाहिए. Even in that position, he wants to give. He wants to give. He begs. They go and beg some what? Pawa. हमारा जैसा रहेगा तो मैं बोलूंगा पहले मेरे बच्चों को दो, या वाइफ बोलेगा भगवान को बाद में देखेंगे, पहले बच्चों को खिलाओ. क्या बोलेंगे? But see that attitude of giving. But see that attitude of giving. What? They went out of the way. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Starving out of the way and begging, and then taking that instead of. And that is what Sudama went out of the way. Lord also went out of the way to give him. So in poverty, how one has to, and why did that poverty came? That also we have to understand. Because in the childhood, the share of Krishna was taken away from him. On the tree of उनका खा गया था. So when you take the share of the Lord, आपके जीवन में दारिद्र्य आएगा. Each and every story you take, you see from the life of Bhishma Dev, Devavrata, क्या थे? देवता गंगा मैया की पुत्र, and he is the rightful owner of this kingdom. But to show what is duty, what is seva bhav, that if father is wanting something, he is ready to sacrifice his life. He is ready to sacrifice his life. And the repercussions also is shown that if you make a sacrifice from the devotee's life, you have to face repercussions. Okay, both the son of Satyavrati died. क्या हो गया? Both son died. उसके बाप ने क्या क्या कंडीशन रखवा दी सत्यवती ने. बोला सबसे पहला तो भाई शादी बोलते तो होगा ही नहीं. हमारे जैसा पहला बोलते थे पहले भाई अरे बूढ़ा है, हम लोग बोलते थे अरे बूढ़े तुमको अभी शादी करने का हो गया क्या. आजकल के लोग बोलेंगे बराबर है, अरे मेरा प्रॉपर्टी का हिस्सा मैं उसको क्यों दूं. दिस इज तामसी वे ऑफ टॉकिंग. व्हाट? राजसी तामसी वे आज जो चलता है ना, आज का वे ऑफ टॉकिंग. बोलेंगे ना मेरी उम्र में तुमको अरे तुमको अभी शादी करने का सोचता है, ऐसे ही बोलेंगे ना. ये कलयुग है. बट यू नो दैट ही वॉज द राइटफुल ओनर. और वो लेबर क्लास, यू नो सत्यवती के फादर कौन थे? फिशरमैन. तो हमारा मैचिंग ही नहीं होगा. क्या होगा? काय को तुम पीछे पड़े? तो क्या कंडीशंस चाहिए? आई एम क्षत्रिय. बोलते यू शुड नॉट बी. तो मैं तो नहीं हूं, मैं आई विल गिव अप. ओके. बोलते नहीं तुम्हारे बच्चे भी नहीं होने चाहिए. क्या बोले? अरे भाई इतना बोलते इसके ही बच्चे होने चाहिए. कौन? हाँ, दैट ऑल्सो आई प्रॉमिस. मैं आज से Brahmachari, Akhanda Brahmachari. And that's why his name came Bhishma. What did he become? Why he had that power? Because he knew the Vasudev Tattva very nicely. And the same Vasudev, how to leave the body. Everybody wants to leave the body. He's standing there with the arrows. एक इंच भी ऐसा बॉडी में नहीं है जहां पे उनका एरोज नहीं है. All arrows are there. He's waiting there. Entire blood is drowned. बॉडी में एक बूंद. And he's waiting there after the war. And when Lord comes, हमारे जैसा है, बोले कहां था भाई तुम? इतना प्रॉब्लम क्यों दिया पहला बात तो? अरे मारना तो इजीली मार. दिस इज हमारा आज का came. Bhishma Pitama started crying. Not out of pain, out of love. For whom? For not Krishna, Pandavas. How much problem you have suffered in your life? He is himself in the problem. Who? But he is saying the problems of and remembering the problems the Pandavas faced throughout their life. Arey, what to speak? Where Dhanurdhar Arjun is there, who cannot be defeated by anyone. Shaktidhari Bhima is there. Sakshat Dharmaraj is there. Dharma ke avatar Sakshat. After Lord Chandra, if there is some Dharma avatar, it is Yudhishthir Maharaj. He is there. And above all, Lord Krishna is there, who is the Lord himself. Then also so much suffering, thinking all that he is crying. Who? What to speak? That is the attitude. And then he tells, don't think Krishna is an ordinary person. He is Sakshat Bhagavan. What? And even he is dying. He is giving Raj Dharma, all the Kula Dharma and all politics, all Dharma that to function. Even there he is performing his duties. And then praying to the Lord, Lord, please wait. Please wait. What? And as the time is coming, and then he is speaking and seeing the Lord, glorifying the Lord. The Lord, actually, you are more merciful on me. Why you put me on this side? Because I was more fortunate to see you in the front. Arjuna was not able to see, but I was able to see your face. See the attitude of how to leave a body. How one should leave a body. That star Bhishma Dev is giving. In poverty, how one should have an attitude of even that Sudama is teaching. All devotees you take from first part to second part. Kunti Mata is praying, let this calamity comes again and again on my life. Hey Lord, why? Because whenever the calamity is, you are there with me. What? You are there with me. For your mother, Devaki, she had to suffer 18 years in the jail, and after 18 years you went to liberate her. But for me, even little bit calamity, you are always there with me. Some or other way. So let these calamities be always there, because whenever calamity is there, with calamity I get you. What? And I can remember you and I can see you, and that is the perfection of my life. So how to live in calamities, Kunti Mata is teaching us. How to keep Krishna, Vasudev in the center. All characters, you take all characters. Each and every character is teaching us how to live a life around Krishna, keeping Krishna in the center in all situations. That is what, this shlok is there. If you are reading Vedas, ultimately it should be leading you to Vasudev, and if it is misguiding you, then you are not understood Vedas. If you are doing yajnas, and if your love for Vasudev is not increasing, that yajna is bekar. If you are doing yoga practice, खाली breathing करता है, but it is not helping you to increase your love for Krishna, तो वो खाली एक्सरसाइज का एक्सरसाइज ही रह जाएगा. क्या रह जाएगा? खाली एक बॉडीली एक्सरसाइज रहेगा. बिकॉज योग का लास्ट स्टेज इज समाधि. एंड यू सी ध्रुव महाराज इन दिस भागवतम टीचेस अस अबाउट द योगा. हु कैन डू बेटर योगा देन ध्रुव महाराज? स्टैंडिंग ऑन वन लेग विदाउट ईटिंग 3 days फर्स्ट घास ईट करते. व्हाट? पत्ता एंड एवरीथिंग, beer and patta for 3 days में. Then after 60 days, he is eating only some dry things, pattas in the second. Then पानी खाली पीते थे. क्या पीते थे? 9 दिन में. फिर खाली हवा लेते थे 12 दिन में, 12 दिन तक. Can you do that? 12 दिन में एक बार सांस लेना. He was doing that. और लास्ट महीने तो ब्रीदिंग ही बंद कर दिया. क्या कर दिया? And why he was doing that yoga system? Because he wanted something better than his father. Position चाहिए था. क्या चाहिए था? He wanted some better position than his. कि ब्रह्मा जी को भी वो स्थान नहीं मिला, वैसे मेरे को पाई है भगवान के पास से. बट आफ्टर व्हेन दैट परिपक्व ऑफ द योगा वाज हैपेंड, योगा का परिपक्व टाइम केम, एंड देन व्हेन लॉर्ड अपीयर्ड, व्हेन द ब्रीदिंग ऑफ एंटायर यूनिवर्स वाज स्टॉप बिकॉज ऑफ हिज ब्रीदिंग. इतना वैक्यूम कर लिया था कि पूरा एयर सक्शन हो गया. क्या हो गया? क्योंकि वैक्यूम हो गया ना, इतना वैक्यूम हो गया कि सुप एंटायर यूनिवर्स के पूरे हवा क्या हो गया? बंद. तब देवता बोलते हैं अरे भाई क्या करे, इसका योग का कुछ इलाज करो. लॉर्ड अपीयर्ड, एंड व्हेन लॉर्ड अपीयर्ड एट दैट टाइम 5 years through in that paripakwa yoga, he was crying, literally seeing the Lord. He was not able to, and at that time Lord touched the conch shell. Tap. क्या किया? एंटायर वेद का पूरा सार क्या हो गया? डाउनलोड विद इन 1 minute. और क्या किया? उस टाइम ही वॉज फीलिंग सो अशेम्ड. व्हाई आई वॉज डूइंग दिस थिंग फॉर आस्किंग some Brahmaloka place or some place. He's feeling bad after doing that tapasya. He's saying these things can be available even to a cockroach in a gutter. What is he saying? I'm asking that from this Lord. Then he's asking, hey Lord, please with me, give association of devotees. What? Where I can listen to Hari Katha, where I can serve you. That is the only desire that I want. What? That is the only desire I want. So you being, sitting here and listening Hari Katha, you have done tapasya like Dhruv Maharaj in last life. That's why you are able to sing. You have done yoga. You have done all the things, and that's why you are able to Kali Yuga. You are able to listen this. So don't consider yourself to be ordinary thing. It's very, very fortunate. So yoga का सार क्या है? That is, to remember, listen to Hari Katha, to serve the devotees, to become Das, Dasanu, Das. Vritrasura, he was a king, brilliant king of the entire earth. खाली बच्चा नहीं था, एक बच्चा नहीं था. And because he was king, he married 1 crore ladies. कितना? पर तो भी भाग्य में नहीं लिखा होगा तो क्या करेगा? 1 करोड़ के 10 करोड़ के पास जाओ तो भी will not be able to get a one child. And so Morus, that I have everything but not a child. And I tried my level best. What is saying? But then also not getting. And then what happened? Ultimately, Naradji came, Parvat Muni came, Angirarish came. They came and they blessed him. And he got a child. And he was told that he will be getting Shok, Harsha Shok name. Because he will get happiness also. And that child died after a few days. Because others queen जो जितनी थी ना, उसने poison दे दिया. And then now he's mad. क्या कर दिया? मेरा इतना साम्राज्य, I am the king of the kings, Chakravarti. There is nothing more than I could have anything. But now I am dead. And at that time again Naradji comes and then he gives the mantra. And then through that mantra he is able to come out. He revives the child. उस child को जिंदा करते हैं और child पहला पूछते हैं कौन से जन्म में तू मेरे माँ बाप हो? किसको पूछते हैं? ये जन्म के पहले के मेरे करोड़ों जन्म हो गए. क्या बोले? कौन से जन्म के आप मेरे माँ बाप हो? क्या बोले? बच्चा बोल रहा है मैं करोड़ों जन्म से करोड़ों माँ बाप बदली करते आया हूं. अभी आप कौन से जन्म के हो पहले वो बताओ मेरे को. The small child getting up and speaking, I am not your son. I am roaming because of my karma. What? पर हमारा कर्मा का इतना ही लेन देन था इसलिए फिनिश हो गया. Why you are getting Morus? And which life you are my father and mother? कौन से लाइफ के मेरे फादर मदर थे? Listening to that, he is shaken. Who? Chitraketu Maharaj. And he start realizing. And he immediately surrenders to Naradji and then he takes the chanting and then he takes the darshan of the Lord. Who? And then next life he becomes Vidyadhara. And there he's traveling in the Shiva Lokas and everything. And there he had argument with Parvati Mata. What? Katha was going and Parvati Mata was sitting on the lap. Shivaji and this Chitraketu Maharaj is coming as a Vidyadhar and saying, अरे देखो कैसा है. शिवजी अपनी पत्नी को बिठा के कथा कर रहे. पार्वती माता felt bad. अरे भाई तू इतना बड़ा हो गया. यहाँ पे नारद जी बैठे हैं. 4 Kumars are sitting. All rishis are sitting. They do not have problem. You have a problem because you are in the plane and you got this thing. I'll curse you, become a Rakshasa. And immediately he became what? Vritrasur. The third life when he became a Vritrasur. And then the fight was going on. And there the shloka that is coming out. Aham harer tava pada eka mulo dasan daso bhavatasmi bhuya. I want to only become das. I do not want to now become Vidyadhar. I do not want to become king. Na naka prishtam, na chaparameshtam, na rasadhipatyam, na yoga siddhim. I do not want yoga siddhi. I do not want to become a king. I do not want to become this. I just want to become a dasanudas of a devotee, where I can serve him and I can listen to Hari Katha. That is the position I am wanting. I want a life to serve Lord's devotee. I do not want to become a devotee of a Lord also. Direct. Because those who say that they are Lord's devotees, they are not actual Lord's devotee. Lord himself says in Adi Purana. But those who are real devotees, those who are devotees. So this is the sar of the yoga that Dhruv Maharaj is wanting, that he understands Lord Krishna. This is the sar of the Vedas. This is the sar of the yagyas, where 88,000 rishis are doing yagya. And then they are saying, hey, now you are doing this and this fire, kitna dhua lag raha hai. So by that yajna, if love for Krishna is not arousing, by doing Vedas, if love for Krishna is not arousing, yeah, service attitude for the devotees is not arousing, that is incomplete. That Veda is incomplete, that yajna is incomplete, that yoga is incomplete, that kriya is incomplete. Any kriya you do, if it is centered around Krishna, that is what the shloka is saying. And then Vasudeva Param Jnanam. He's the epitome of all the knowledge. If you say you are knowledgeful, what is the way Jnana known to be? In Bhagavad Gita, Lord says, what is Jnana? Kshetra Kshetrajna iti Jnanam. If you know what is Kshetra and Kshetrajna, Kshetra means area. And Kshetrajna, who is the knower of this? And Kshetrajna is called as Atma and the Lord. There are two Kshetrajnas, Atma and the Lord. So you should be knowing completely about the body, Atma, and about the Lord. Then you are considered to be intelligent as per Bhagavad Gita. The problem today is that people only know about something about body and nothing about soul and nothing about, and they think that they are very intelligent. As per Bhagavad Gita, they are number one fool, Alpa Buddhi. What they are? And that's why Bhagavad Gita is written by Ganesh ji. And Ganesh ji says, Avyaktam Vyakti Mapanam Manyante Tam Abuddhaya. Abuddhaya. They are दिमाग ही नहीं होंगे बस. So who is intelligent as per the Shastra? See, it is said when the movement, if you down ना तो ये छोटी बिल्डिंग भी बड़ी दिखती है, बट प्लेन में उड़ो तो ये बड़ी बिल्डिंग भी बहुत छोटी दिखती है. The same building is very. So when you are at the higher conscious level, higher intelligent level, higher spiritual level, first level is called Anna Kosha. खाली खाने के लिए जीता है. किसके लिए जीता है? Anna Kosha. Then their life is called, इस अन्न के बाद में आता है मन कोश. कौन सा? खाली मन के धरातल, मन को जो आनंद करे वो जीवन जीने का. ध्यान आता है बुद्धि का लेवल. कौन सा लेवल आता है? कि ही ट्राइज टू सेटिस्फाई बुद्धि. व्हाट? ज्ञान, ज्ञानमय कोश. व्हाट इज कॉल्ड एज? उसके बाद आता है विज्ञानमय कोश. एंड देन कम्स आध्यात्मिक कोश, विच गोज satisfaction on the spiritual level. So there are level of satisfaction. क्या है? तो आज जो है वो खाली अन्नमय कोश और मन किधर रहता है? उसको आनंद मिल गया तो उसको आनंद समझता है. And Bhagavad Gita says Anand is also of three types: Tamasi Ananda, Rajasi Ananda, Satvik Ananda, and Paramananda, Divya Anand. So people do not know that the Anand, everybody is running behind Anand. Tamasi Anand kya hai? Lord is saying that Anand which is in the beginning and at the end, it is only, Dukkha. But in the illusion he is thinking Anand. जैसे वो ड्रग्स पीता है, और आजकल के पिटरे ना ड्रग्स, इलिसिट सेक्स, गैम्बलिंग, इंटॉक्सिकेशन को हाईलाइट करते हैं, बिकॉज कलयुग है ना. जो ये करता है ना उनको बहुत अच्छा बताया जाता है. क्या बताया जाता है? समाज में उनको बहुत बड़ा चढ़ा के दिखाया जाता है. दैट इज कॉल्ड तामसी आनंद. Means it is dukkha from the beginning and dukkha in the end. But in the illusion he is thinking it is killing. उसको मार के आनंद आता है. Then Rajasi Anand is the Anand on the level of mind, where उसको name, fame, पैसा, status जो देगा अच्छा है। क्या है? उसको अगर स्टेटस नहीं मिला तो मरने जैसा हो जाएगा। आज फिल्म पर्सनालिटीज बोलो या ये नेता लोग को बोला, अगर उनको कोई सीट या नहीं दिया, वाह नहीं किया ना, तो उन लोग को ऐसा लगेगा कहाँ गए, कहाँ हूं मैं। यस, कोई पावरफुल आदमी है, इन लोग का मतलब जो मनी वाला है, उनको मनी चाहिए, फेम चाहिए, उनको वही आनंद है। क्या है? दे कंसिडर दैट एज टू बी प्लेजर। बट जो सतोगुण लोग रहते हैं, लिविंग अ लाइफ ऑफ अ सेक्रीफाइस फॉर द लाइफ फॉर अदर्स विदाउट एनी एक्सपेक्टेशन, मतलब मटीरियल लेवल पे, दैट इज सतोगुण लेवल। बट दिव्य आनंद क्या है? लिविंग अ लाइफ ऑफ सेक्रीफाइस फॉर गुरु, फॉर परंपरा, फॉर लॉर्ड, and for the sake of preaching and reviving the love which is there in the heart of the living entity. You sacrifice your time, you sacrifice your life so that the other Jivatma can, get up from the sleep which is there from the billions of life, and he can realize that he is the spirit soul. And if he doesn't realize in this life, he will have to go in the birth, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi cycle. And then this life is specially got to, at the end of the life, we have to somehow remember Lord and go back. And that is only possible if we become Das, Dasanu Das of our devotees and give our life for their pleasure. So that if we understand, then it is Vasudeva Parakriya, Vasudeva Paragyanam, Vasudeva Param Tapa. You are doing Tapa. But that tapa is not helping you to gain love for Krishna, then that tapa is bekar. If you are following the dharma, save punsa paro dharmo yato bhaktir adhokshaje ahetu ki apratihata yayatma suprasidate. If you are following your dharmas, but that dharma is not helping you to revive the love for Krishna, then that is useless. And the last is gatim. What is the Jivatma ultimate gati? It is Lord Krishna. So that is the sar that we are discussing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Srila Prabhupada ki. So we'll repeat this shloka again. We are taking the sar. Vasudeva Paraveda, Vasudeva Paramakha, Vasudeva Parayoga, Vasudeva Parakriya, Vasudeva Param Jnanam, Vasudeva Param Tapa, Vasudeva Paro Dharmo, Vasudeva Paragati. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. So now I want In 5 minutes, let us summarize what we had discussed in today's class. If some questions are there, we can take up also. But let us summarize the important points which, क्योंकि क्या है, मेरे को मालूम है सब दिमाग के ऊपर से गया होगा आपके.